Hello and welcome to our channel. We're a young family that took the risk of quitting our corporate careers and went on full-time adventure living in a motorhome. Because we didn't want to do the 9-to-5 way, we jumped into experience of alternative off-grid living without having any camping experience before. That's where this all started. So join us on our adventure to see where this way of living could be leading to. The Algarve. Who doesn't know this popular coastline in Portugal? Here you'll find beautiful sandy beaches, rocked cliffs, and the most beautiful sunsets are also here. The varied landscape makes the Algarve perfect for a motorhome trip. Are you curious about this coastline of less than 170 kilometers long? Then be sure to keep watching and subscribe to our channel. We are frequent guests of this country as we fell in love with its diversity, culture, wine, and of course, its unrivaled winter climate. So first of all, before we tell you about its stunning locations throughout our journey, I want you to know that if you're looking to camp in Portugal, wild camping here isn't allowed. The law states that overnight stays are not allowed outside of dedicated spaces for campervans, motorhomes, and are subject to a fine of between 60 to 600 euros. However, the new law regarding parking for motorhomes is an important step forward in allowing people to rest during their travels. With this law, travelers can enjoy 48 hours stay when visiting any municipality across the nation, as long as it's outside protected areas, and if completely honest, if you have your own facilities and you found a spot with no signs to say camping prohibited, you will be fine staying longer. Even though this is a quite sensitive topic to discuss, in reality the authorities could not trace the time when you exactly arrived at that location. In our own experience, as we travelled all over the places in Portugal, we have never had any issues. Despite this is the point that I would like you to be aware of when you are camping around. If you watched our previous episodes from Vila Moura, you would know that there we headed straight to a different location, and this was the famous Albufeira. Welcome to the most popular vacation destination of the Algarve. Everyone knows this place, especially it is very much loved by youngsters for its many entertainment venues and nightlife. Went back to the well, 'cause I just had to fill my cup. But Albufeira is more than just a nightlife area, and this is not only the reason why many tourists travel to this city every year. It is not for nothing that we have added this place to our motorhome route through the Algarve. Besides many pubs, clubs, bars and restaurants, as well as Albufeira's old town that is definitely worth a visit, Albufeira is also known for its beautiful beaches. If we're talking about it, you will be surprised that even in the lively place like this, you can still find the most tranquil location surrounded by delightful beaches. Santa Eulalia neighborhood is a picturesque coastal area located just 4 kilometers to the east, just slightly outside the Albufeira's old town. Here you'll find amazingly beautiful beaches and quiet nights. The location itself, it is something of an upmarket resort beach. The beach itself is a good-sized stretch of golden Algarvian sands, and the water is just a typical clear azure you would expect on this coast. We have spent the whole week in this location, and again, because we found just the perfect beach with stunning sea view for camping in our motorhome, guess how much we paid staying in this upper class location? Yes, you're right, absolutely nothing. And I will not get tired of saying that this is one of the beauties of life on the wheels. So this is one of the spots, guys, where you can park here with your motorhomes. It's just right up by the beach. It might look busy now because it's weekend and Saturday and everyone just coming in to see the beach, but in other days it's very nice and quiet here. But don't pay attention to this sign because it's out of date now and it hasn't been renewed for a long time. There's been a couple of times we've seen police was patrolling. They do a couple of days during the day. And even at night as well, so it's quite safe, but they don't ask you anything, they don't tell you anything, so you are really okay to stay there. And there is another parking space there just upstairs. I'm gonna show you that later. This is the spot where I have been parked for over, well, I would say nearly a week, and we haven't had no problems with that. It's also very close to the beach and it's quite nice to park there. And so this is basically the place where you can park. Is another spot, it's just a few minutes away up from the main parking. It's also very nice and quiet here. We've been staying here for almost a week, so as you can see there is other motorhomes and things. Later, we decided that it's time to move on, and the next nearest destination was our Macau de Pera. This small touristic town made us feel like home, and it definitely feels like we know everything here just because last year we spent living 6 months in this town, and we literally knew every single corner. But it felt completely new and different when we came back here by motorhome, camping. Right, guys, I wanted to show you, if you are in Portugal near our Macau de Pera, this spot is one of the best spots where you can have and buy oranges cheap, and the best oranges in Algarve. Honestly, it's not our first time here, and we've been buying from this gentleman many times, oranges and avocado. So that's the prices. So 10 kilos of oranges and each bag, and about 3 kilos of avocado, so everything is 20 euros. And this is one of the best oranges you can ever have in Algarve, because they're so sweet and so juicy. So it's the perfect oranges for orange juices, or just to have them like that. The first thing we did when arrived, we went on local campsites to check out on the local prices for basic facilities. And yes, we were very surprised first, but then remembered, yes, of course, we are in Algarve. Welcome.
So we were looking to do some services here in this campsite, but apparently the services here costing €5. So we decided to move on to another one where the services are €3.50. So let's go and check that out, if that's true. So guys, we were hoping that this campsite is gonna be cheaper to do the services, because that's what's been said on Park for Night. But apparently you wouldn't even imagine the services here, they cost €10 just to get some water, empty the toilet and do some normal stuff that you need to do. Letting you know that this is the place where you probably want to avoid if you don't want to pay so much money for just services. So now it's a coffee time. So let me take you to the local supermarket. So that's called Continent, and is one of the popular in Portugal. First section is obviously fruits. We are gonna be getting some more strawberries, raspberries,
Because we already knew our Macau de Pera very well, we thought that it's time to explore new places. We headed towards little traditional town called Carro, and believe it or not, but without even expecting, this place, it happened to be the place where we very first struggled with parking in Portugal. The town was located very close to a natural reserve. This place was banned for any camping or overnight stays, so we spent the rest of the evening looking for a good place to stay. In fact, a safe place. The narrow roads in the darkness of Carro town didn't help either. The plan was actually to enjoy the sunset by the Algarve cliffs around Algarve, but the sunset definitely had different plans for us. We ended up driving around in circles until we reached the location quite far enough, somewhere in the middle of Natural Park. We have arrived quite late in the darkness, so I didn't know what is around. But at that time I was thankful that at least we can have a quiet night. But then, when I waked up in the morning and I saw this sight, I couldn't wish for more. And then I quickly thought, this might be a good spot for a workout. you want to know what other adventurous locations this way of living brought us to, subscribe and join us along.